Okay, let's take a look at identities. These kind of look like equations, but you'll notice that the symbol contains 3 bars rather than 2 for the equal sign, and it's useful to have a definition or a difference between the two. So an equation is only true for one particular value of the variable, whereas an identity is true regardless of the values of the variables. Okay, now if you want further explanation of that, there are some very good resources on the internet that will explain further. But for now, we will press on with how to manipulate identities. In this first question, this is what we're given, and we're asked to identify the values of P and Q. So what I've done is expanded the 2 bracket sets, and that gives me these 4 terms here, and I've then condensed those or tidied them up or gathered like terms, and that gives me 6x plus 12. Still has the identity in the middle and still got the P bracket x plus q on the right. And our next task is to make this, if possible, look like this. And the way to do that is to factorise. So you can see I've taken a factor of 6 out, which leaves me with x plus 2. And now I can look at this identity and immediately identify P as 6 and Q as 2, because they're in identical form. Okay, let's take a look at the second one. Alright, so we have a double bracket and an extra term, and with an identity to this quadratic form, ax squared plus bx plus c. And the idea would be to identify a, b and c. So the first thing to do is to multiply the brackets. As I've said often enough, there are lots of ways of doing this. Pick one that you like or that you can follow easily and stick with it. So performing that double bracket multiplication gives me 2x squared minus 10x plus 3x minus 15, and then don't forget you've got that 7 to add on. And tidying that up gives me 2x squared minus 7x minus 8, and I can now write the identity with the right hand side being as it was when we started. And because we have the same format again, we've got a term in x squared, a term in x, and a number, we can use the fact that it's an identity to immediately say that a is 2, b negative 7, and c negative 8.